when it comes to Shedeur, the Browns have purposefully tamped down the hype and mania. And some of that, I think, was in an effort to humble the kid. Because the reality is, a lot of people have written Shedeur off. And in concert, people have written off Dillon Gabriel. And those are all fair things to do today, or 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, or 4 weeks ago. But if the Browns have written off either quarterback from starting week 1 today, if they've written them off as opposed to distance themselves from the idea, then they've already failed what is a very basic assignment.
Breaking news: Shedeur Sanders has finally earned the respect of the Cleveland media, shifting the narrative that once favored Dillon Gabriel and Kenny Pickett. For months, the media was firmly backing these two quarterbacks, but now the tables are turning. Shedeur is gaining momentum, with some even speculating that the previous media support for Gabriel and Pickett was part of a strategic effort by the team hierarchy to control the narrative. The landscape is changing, and Shedeur's rise is now at the center of the conversation. So, what exactly led to this dramatic shift? Let's dive in.
I'm not going to fight you on it. I think you're wrong. I think Shedeur is a better quarterback prospect than Dillon Gabriel. But in fairness, Quinn Ewers went in the 7th round, and I would have drafted him before I drafted Dillon Gabriel. There's less about Shedeur, and it's more about Dillon Gabriel. I don't think he's a starting NFL quarterback, and I understand the mantras or the ideas on how you handle quarterbacks in the middle round of the draft have changed.
Media outlets are now openly acknowledging Shedeur Sanders as a top-tier quarterback, with some even ranking him higher than Dillon Gabriel. This marks a significant shift, as Cleveland can no longer ignore Shedeur's growing influence and talent. Reports are emerging that the team's hierarchy may have tried to downplay his aura, potentially positioning him as a 5th-round pick to lower the media buzz and control expectations. But it doesn't end there. The same media outlets that were once fueling the narrative against Shedeur's draft stock are now backpedaling, claiming that his fall wasn't due to his performance or any interviews he gave, but rather because of his surname. They argue that if Shedeur had a different last name, free from the shadow of his famous father, he would have undoubtedly been drafted much higher. This new perspective is raising eyebrows, especially when you consider how quickly opinions are shifting. The question now is, was Shedeur's draft position truly a reflection of his talent, or was it influenced by external factors all along?
There's no reason to not leave the door open for any of these guys, especially a guy in Shedeur, who if his name was Mike Sanderson, he probably would have been a 2nd-round pick. If he wasn't, and this is not putting it on Shedeur or Dion, putting it on all of it, the Shedeur camp and how they kind of handled the pre-draft process.
Mary Kay Cabot, who was once one of Shedeur Sanders' toughest critics, has now completely flipped her stance, offering high praise for his performance. In a recent revelation, Cabot shared that Shedeur has secured his place with the first-team reps, surpassing Dillon Gabriel in training camp. She went on to emphasize that Shedeur didn't just earn his spot, he truly deserves it, showcasing remarkable growth and skill along the way. This marks a monumental shift in the narrative surrounding Shedeur, highlighting his determination, resilience, and hard work as the key factors driving his success.
We have seen Shedeur Sanders take 2nd-team reps before, but today, interestingly, at least during one move-the-ball period, it was really one of the first move-the-ball periods that we've seen, the Browns actually had Shedeur Sanders go ahead of Dillon Gabriel.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's earned it, and I think we've all seen that. He's done a really, really nice job with all of the things that the Browns have given him to do so far.
Mary Kay Cabot has dropped a bombshell that's reverberating across Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders is more than ready, and the Cleveland Browns are closely monitoring his every move. Following an impressive showing in OTAs and minicamps, it's clear that Shedeur has taken significant steps forward. With each passing day, it's becoming more evident that he's on the brink of making a major impact on the field. The Browns are watching his progress with keen interest, and the excitement surrounding his potential is growing. Stick around as we dive into what this means for Shedeur Sanders and the future of the Cleveland Browns. But Mary Kay Cabot didn't stop there. She went on to say that if Shedeur Sanders keeps progressing at this pace and continues to show strong composure with the team, he's definitely going to have a real shot at securing a spot in the starting lineup. The momentum is clearly on his side, and with every rep, he's proving that he belongs at the top. The Browns are watching him closely, and this could be the beginning of something major for both Shedeur and the team. Cabot didn't stop there either. She took it a step further, praising Shedeur's exceptional football IQ. She declared that it's only a matter of time before he hits the field and shows he can play fast and efficiently within the system. His understanding of the game is shining through in every training session, and with his continued development, it's evident he's ready for whatever challenges lie ahead. Despite the challenges ahead, Mary Kay Cabot did acknowledge one crucial strength that Shedeur Sanders brings to the table. She highlighted his exceptional understanding of the pre-snap process, which is vital for any quarterback. His ability to read the defense and make the right adjustments before the snap gives him a significant competitive edge, showcasing his impressive football intelligence. If he can translate that knowledge into seamless connections with his playmakers, Shedeur could very well be the key to unlocking the Browns' offense and taking it to the next level. The potential is there, and the pieces are falling into place.
With the players that he would need to, the Jerry Judys, the David Njokus, Cedric Tillmans, and that he can handle everything that's going to be thrown at him. He's got a very well-rounded game already and a good grasp and understanding of the whole.
On the flip side, Mary Kay Cabot also weighed in on Dillon Gabriel, noting that he doesn't quite measure up to Shedeur Sanders in terms of understanding complex terminology and handling intricate play calls. While Gabriel certainly has potential, Shedeur stands out with his ability to quickly grasp and execute complicated plays. Mary Kay highlighted that Shedeur's solid foundation, particularly when it comes to navigating through crowded pockets, gives him a distinct advantage. This skill set positions him to better handle the fast-paced, high-pressure environment of an NFL offense, making him more suited for the challenges that lie ahead. Mary Kay Cabot also reported that Shedeur Sanders is no longer just a backup rookie, but has now emerged as a legitimate contender for the starting quarterback position. According to Cabot, head coach Kevin Stefanski has given the green light for Shedeur to begin participating in first-team reps, which will kick off next month. This marks a major milestone in Shedeur's journey, underscoring his growth and readiness to compete at the highest level. As the season approaches, all eyes will be on Shedeur as he works to solidify his role as the starting quarterback, and the competition for that spot is only intensifying.
Against the first-team defense, but it was a step up that he got to work in those 11-on-11s. It means he's progressing, he's coming along well, and Kevin Stefanski had told us that he would get some of these 11-on-11.
The media's narrative surrounding Shedeur Sanders has undergone a remarkable transformation. Once viewed as a long shot, Shedeur is now being recognized as a rising star and a legitimate contender for a starting spot in the NFL. Media personalities who were once skeptical or even critical of his potential are now calling for his rise, acknowledging his impressive skill set, football IQ, and determination. As the Cleveland Browns continue to watch his development closely, it's clear that Shedeur has earned the respect he deserves. From Mary Kay Cabot's shifting stance to reports highlighting his exceptional understanding of the game, the media is no longer focused on diminishing his prospects, but on amplifying his rise. Shedeur's ability to read defenses, handle complex play calls, and maintain composure under pressure has earned him a spot in the conversation, with many predicting that he could soon lead the Browns' offense. As the competition heats up, the media's shift in tone reflects a broader understanding of Shedeur's potential. The spotlight is now on him, and the future looks promising. The rise of Shedeur Sanders isn't just a story of overcoming skepticism, it's a testament to his growth, work ethic, and undeniable talent. So, what do you think about this shift in the media's perspective on Shedeur Sanders? Do you agree with the growing buzz around his potential to start for the Browns? How do you feel about the reports suggesting that his last name may have initially affected his draft position? Do you believe he's ready to step up and lead the team, or is it too soon to make that call? As the competition heats up, will Shedeur be able to prove himself as the starting quarterback? or will other factors come into play? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below.